Hey, it's Ari from Degy, and this is Taking You Backstage in a new season here where we're interviewing many of our roster acts from Degy. I've got Nelson with me, the artist also known as Nelly's Echo.
Yeah.
Been on our roster for a while, and we get a chance, I think our first time that you said we're on camera together.
Yes.
Not that I would ever remember why we would be on camera any other reason.
Well, because, you know, we have a long history together, and I would venture to think that at some point in the history, that we've had a reason to be together.
I don't think we've even taken a picture together.
We don't have a picture together?
I'm not saying that for sure.
We have to fix that today.
Well, we've got the time to tell the fans what they want to hear. So your story is a pretty special one, obviously. Immigrating to the country and coming under kind of crazy times, right?
Yeah.
That you left Africa to come here. Firstly, how'd you settle in Baltimore? And what has kind of fueled you music-wise, leaving and coming over? And I know many of your songs reflect your past. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so as a young kid in Nigeria, in church, I would beg and kick and scream for my parents to let me to go sing with the choir. So ever since I was a kid, I loved music. I was always drawn to a melody. You know how like kids are in classrooms making trouble?
Yep.
I was singing. That's how I got into trouble in classrooms. So I always had it in my blood. But long story short, we came here as refugees in 1996. And a lot of who I am has been informed by my past. So when people ask me what kind of music do I perform now, I say my style is a jambalaya of different genres, of African music, Western music, reggae, even a little bit of country.
Yeah. A lot mixed in.
Yeah.
I know you had a tough decision to make over the last couple of years, even pre-pandemic, because most people don't know that you are a pretty skilled professional in the, we'll call it the medical field, if you will, and you had to decide how to weigh making a career choice of leaving something for music. Talk about how you decided to finally jump into music as a full-time profession.
So I'm a physical therapist. I call my position a luxury position because I can do both. So during the pandemic, I had the choice to pick and choose whichever lane led to financial gain. And you know, that's when the streaming became a thing for me during the pandemic. So every Tuesday and Thursday I'll be streaming with my Cash App and Venmo at the bottom.
Yep.
And that got my family through the pandemic. So
I logged in a bunch, by the way. And I know you used to shout me out on occasion, but I logged in a bunch.
So it was a good time. So I'm just grateful that I have the luxury of choice. Most people don't have that luxury. I have the luxury of choice. So I'm just very grateful.
So do you still work on that side to subsidize things while you're out touring?
So the great thing about being a full-time touring musician is that wherever I am in the country, I can still see my patients virtually. So I do virtual physical therapy. So I'm playing at school, let's say in Florida, for example, I might have like 5 patients that morning, see my patients, get a quick workout in the gym, head to the gig, kill 2 birds, you know, with one body.
Easy way to go.
Yeah.
So obviously we're here at a convention center. We've got an expo hall behind us with all the bustling, and the whole concept here of taking you backstage is we're backstage after you just showcased on stage. You've done this a bunch of times before for many years. What is it about the college market and us kind of booking you in that space that has, you know, really helped to get your career along? What is it and how does it fit into the whole narrative for you?
I'll be very, very frank. It's for an artist, it's a great way to make a great living. You get paid really, really well to play the college market. So that can give you leverage to say yes or no to other things, you know, outside of the college scope. So it's given me that leverage to do what I want to do, whether it's as a physical therapist or in my family business or as a musician. But I love the college market because, this is my favorite thing, by the way, when I'm on stage performing for the college students, I can just see very, very impressionable minds and eyes. They're ready to soak up whatever it is I'm delivering to them. And I've always said, if I have the stage to get your attention, it's really important that I say something meaningful with that attention that I have. So that's why I love the market.
I don't think people, unless you've met you, know this, but you are probably, and I see it in the booth, it is hard to put a person in front of you and not win them over. I mean,
Oh,
literally, your personality is infectious. I know post-pandemic hugs and whatever are difficult, but you've never not hugged a person that's been in front of you and sent them a sense of love and so forth. What is it about people to you that has become so important and makes you such a magnanimous and personable individual?
First, I've never been described by that word before. I like that. I'm going to use that in my resume.
Yeah, I pay 5 cents and I read the toilet paper.
No, my gift and my curse, I guess, in some respects, is I'm a big fan of people. I'm also a big observer of people. I love to see what makes people tick, what makes them happy, what makes them sad, and then use that knowledge to positively affect their lives. Maybe I'm a golden retriever of musicians. I'm a very happy guy, and I refuse to let anybody or anything pull me down. So just by being around me with my attitude and my personality and my perspective, you have no choice but to be happy yourself. So
yeah, no, I love it. Well, if you're in the Baltimore area, he's out there playing all the time. If you're one of our colleges or somebody out on the road, check out the schedule at Nelly's Echo's website. He's one of the best around. It's an honor to be able to represent you for as many years. And now I need some PT work on my back, so we're going to get out of here. This is Ari from Taking You Backstage with Nelly's Echo, and I'll check back with you soon.